Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome into My Crochet Story. I am here today to show you that even though it's getting close, we're here at the end of October, you still have plenty of time to choose some items to make for Christmas. Yes, I have 10 different categories that I want to share with you that hopefully will inspire you to get into the Christmas spirit and to know that anything homemade is always the most treasured gift, I guarantee you. And I tell you what, if you stay to the end, category 10 really is my favorite, and it's not going to be what you think it is if you know anything about me. But before we get into talking about Christmas ideas, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that are stopping in here today to get inspired, to get into that holiday spirit and start pulling out your yarn and patterns, books, and to get started. Now, if you're new here, thank you so much for being here. All I ask is that you be sure and hit that subscribe button. Look for the bell with those cute little hugs on the side because it'll let you know every time I upload content, especially if you're looking for something new, something different that might pique your interest. So stay here with me as well as everyone else so that we can get into looking at the different items that I think you can pull off with no problems at all. And besides, like I said, I'm here to help you get inspired. All right, so category number one, as I said, if you know anything about me, you know that this one is going to be number one for me, and that is hats. Look at all the different kinds of hats here that we can put together. They can be beanies, they can have different colors, they can be simple, they can be ornate. There are so many different patterns out there, and a lot of them are free. You can go out onto YouTube and just type in crochet hats or knitted hats, and you are just going to be bombarded by so many. And as I said, these are all in tutorials, folks, so you don't even have to have a pattern. You can follow right along with the creator. The next item I think that is very easy, quite frankly, are scarves. Now, you can make them as long or as short as you want. You can make them as wide or as thin as you want. And obviously we can make them in solid colors. We can add tassels or fringe. We can leave it off. We can add different types of borders and trims. It just doesn't matter. But there are so many ways in which we can decorate and to present these beautiful things. And you know what? If you couple it with a hat, what a wonderful thing to put together. And look at mittens too, gloves. All of these can come together to make a wonderful set to give, whether it's color coordinated, maybe even mix and match. If you put in one hat, 3 different scarves, 1 pair of gloves, or maybe 1 scarf with 3 different hats and 1 pair of gloves. There's just so many different combinations here that you can do. One that I really love to give at Christmas, and I tell you what, folks, this is a one size that fits all, are kitchen items. I'm talking cup towels or tea towels or dish towels, whatever you want to call them. The ones that dry off your dishes whenever they're either coming out of the dishwasher or you're washing, rinsing, and handing it off to someone else to dry to put up. Little scrubbies to help scrub those pots and pans. Even items such as like maybe little coasters, pot holders, trivets, anything that can be used in the kitchen. And you know what? You can make them in neutral colors that will go with any color scheme, or if you know the colors of the kitchen for the person that you're going to be making these kitchen items for, you can color coordinate for it to fit right in with some of their other things. And folks, I think there's nothing cuter than having a cute little towel topper You can go out and buy several dish towels from Walmart, even Dollar Tree, and finish them off with a beautiful little crochet design on the top of that cup towel. Or maybe even make a cup towel holder, you know, the ring where all you have to do is feed it through and you can change it out all the time. There are just so many lovely things that you can make in the kitchen. Now let's move on to the bathroom. Think about lovely spa gifts. Crochet up a basket and start filling it with maybe some bath bombs or beads, maybe some lotion, you know, for them to put on after they get out of the shower. And right along with that, how about a little shower mitt or a puff? How about some face scrubbers? How about some beautiful little bath towels? Anything that you can, you know, crochet up, add a few additional little items for the bathroom, put it in a beautiful basket, whether you go out and buy one or crochet one up yourself. That is another wonderful little personalized gift that every time they walk into the bathroom and flip on that light and see it, they're going to immediately think of you. Now, maybe kitchen items and bath items are not your thing. How about a tote or a shopping bag? Man, those can be whipped up in no time at all, and they really don't have to have any colors specifically in mind. I mean, I love making grocery bags or shopping bags out of leftover yarn. I'll just pick up 2 or 3 of my balls of yarn that I've used in other projects, just lay them out there and start grabbing and crochet until it's done, or at least till I get to the end of a round, and I'll just pick up another color and I'll get to going again. There's so many different, again, tote patterns out there in which you can make your own, or even just, you know, start making a circle and let it get as big as you want, and then from there just go up. Put on a nice little mesh side on it, maybe some drawstrings and a handle, and you've got yourself a bag. You know, these make wonderful beach items. They make great little bags for kids to put some pajamas, a book, and clothes for the next day if they're having a sleepover somewhere. I mean, personalize it however you want. But bags, totes, another great way to not only bust out some of your yarn and your stash that you didn't know what you were going to do with it, but again, it's a personalized, handmade item that every time they look at it, they're going to know who it came from. Many of you love making shawls, and you know, you still have plenty of time, if you started now, to get a shawl or two whipped out for that special lady, you know, on your shopping list. And I tell you what, even men love to sit down in the recliner in front of a fire or watching TV and snuggle up with a shawl just draped around their shoulders. They also make great gift items to those in the nursing home. You don't have to know anyone there. Just make up a few. Take them. Let the staff there decide who might need an extra little shawl or a special gift, because you know, many of our elderly in nursing homes don't get things, don't have people that come and visit them. So this is another nice way of not only helping out our nursing homes, but also brightening someone's day at Christmas. How about a cardigan or a sweater? And again, you still have time to make a cardigan, a sweater for a youngster, for one of your kids. I mean, like I said, we still have time to do so, folks. And they can be as simple as just double crochets with cuffs on them. Maybe even make it into a poncho or a ruana. There are so many different patterns out there. And again, you don't have to go buy one. Go to your favorite channel that you love to follow. See if they have a sweater that would meet your needs, or a cardigan, a hoodie even. I mean, you know, YouTube is just the place to go when you're looking for a pattern, especially a free one that comes along with stitch by stitch instructions. Now, can we leave amigurumis off the list? No, we can't, because who doesn't love getting a cute little teddy bear, or a giraffe, or a bunny, a chicken even? I mean, there are so many cute, quick and easy amigurumis that you can make up for any age on your list. Because I tell you what, even I enjoy getting a plushie, because there's just something about holding it, squeezing it, rubbing my hand over the softness of it, especially if it's knitted or crochet, and even just sitting it up on a shelf, and whenever I need a little pick-me-up, looking over there at it, smiling and thinking, the person that made that for me was thinking about me. And that just, gives you a nice, fuzzy, warm feeling. Now, I come to the last category on my list. Like I told you, many of you were probably thinking my most favorite thing to make at Christmas was hats. But notice that was the first thing I mentioned on my list, wasn't it? I love making anything Christmas related. Yes, ma'am, I love making ornaments. I love making stockings. I even love making little Christmas tags that can hold a gift card in it, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes it's just extremely difficult to buy for a teenager. And so many times, what do they like? They like a preloaded credit card. So crochet yourself up just a little bitty packet, slip it down in there, and you've already got a present plus the little bag for it to go into. And you know what? They might keep that little card in there. Maybe a couple other little cards. Drop it down in their purse or their backpack, so that every time they need it, when they reach in there and feel that little crocheted item, they know that they're getting ready to pull out whatever card it is that they need at that time. I also like making small ornaments to use as my package decoration. How about that for an idea? Crochet up a little wreath or a little candy cane, and make it where that whenever it comes off the package, they can go over there and hang it on the tree. And they have something that they can use year after year after year. And here's another good idea. Do you have in your family maybe a high school graduate, a college graduate? They are just moving out on their own. This is their first Christmas in their own place. Wouldn't it be cool for you to give them a early Christmas present that maybe had 10, 12 little crocheted Christmas ornaments, maybe in with a few that you've picked up from the store, whether it be a boutique, bougie type of place, Hobby Lobby, Walmart even. I mean, give them a little starter kit. Make them up some crochet items, throw in a few store-bought ones in there, get it to them early. They can decorate their Christmas tree, and it's something that they'll have, like I said, year after year after year. I hope that you've enjoyed looking at these little clips. I hope that it gets you inspired to, especially if you've been in a rut, what can I make new or different this year for Christmas? If you don't have anyone to crochet for, or you've already finished with all your Christmas shopping, which I know some of you have already been Johnny on the spot because I heard you've been talking about it. Your Christmas shopping is done. Take a little bit of time and maybe make something for local charities, like a couple of hats, some little soap sacks, maybe some decorations for homeless shelters, for your hospital even, the children's wards there, because many children are going to be spending Christmas in the hospital. Think beyond your family and friends. Think about just some little something that you can do that will brighten organizations that help those in our community that need help, especially at Christmas time. So there you go, folks. I hope that you have been inspired, or you've gotten some ideas by looking at these. Now, I know that probably all of these you'd already thought about, but let's really start putting our needles and hooks to work. Let's really start getting back to the tradition of, instead of spending so much money on buy things that are already made, let's step back just a minute. Let's make something, whether it's big and glorious or it's just something small and very plain and simple. When we hand make items to give as presents, it's done from love, folks. And those that receive those handmade items, they know that they were thought of when this item was made. They know that with every stitch, every little eye piece that's glued in, every little felt nose that's been stitched on, every little face or fingers, whatever it is that we have done to make it special, they appreciate it. Because we ourselves have been on the receiving end, haven't we, of when someone has taken the time to sit down and create with their hands and present that gift to us. So be a blessing. Choose to make this year instead of buying. It will warm your heart and it will warm the recipient as well. As always, folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me here today. I do hope that I have inspired you to not only get into the Christmas spirit, but to also look at your list. See if there's even if there's just one or two people on there that you wish to crochet for, and not everyone, that's okay, but pick a few. Make something personal for them. It will warm your heart and theirs as well. So until the next time, remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light, your special light that's only yours, that they need to see. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I can't wait to see what it is that you make for Christmas. Love you guys. Bye.